What's up, CW fans? I get a lot of questions about CWT, which is like the Olympics of Morse code that happens every week on Wednesday. And I wanted to dispel a little bit of mystery here. So, the CWT is a Rockstar program. Those guys are cruising at 30 plus words per minute or more. And a lot of people are like, wow, man, I mean, how are they doing this? It's just like insanity. And you would be correct. It is insanity. It is a little bit crazy. And I want to kind of pull the curtain back a little bit on how some of this operation is happening and why you might be frustrated and how you should be using CWT, especially for CW Academy graduates or CW Academy students, how you should be using CWT for improving your CW speed. So the first thing I wanted to go over is most people doing the CWT, and I will say 90+%, are doing it this way. And you're probably thinking, well, what other kind of way can you do CWT? Well, what's happening is everybody's using computer to key. Most people do not use CW paddle. There are some that do, and I've come across a number that do, but the number is very small. Most people are using the computer to key their rig. So what are they doing? They're likely using N1MM. They've got a fully integrated N1MM implementation going, and they've got N1MM set up so that they can get the download of files for the CWT that give you a lot of information. And I'm going to walk through this really quick right now. This is what people are doing. So number one, they're setting it up to be able to key your rig. I've got a number of videos out there that show you how to set up N1MM to be able to key your rig, and it works well. It's all good. Check out one of those videos. But when you go to File and go to New Log, and you want to, I want to go to CW Apps. If you go to the Associated Files section right here, and you come down here to the call history file name, and you hit the word change, it'll say, hey, the newest call history file that matches this contest name is blah, 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 blah. Okay to download and assign it to this contest? Absolutely. So what it does is it downloads something called a call history file. And if we go back to the contest and now hit OK, what happens is when you start typing in somebody's call sign, like for example K9DX, and you hit the space bar, it automatically fills in their name and their number. So when you are cruising along at like 40 words per minute, you don't have to worry about typing in their name and typing in their number. It automatically pre-fills for you. Is that kind of like cheating? I don't know. Maybe not. It all depends what you're looking to do with the CWT. And if you're looking to use this as a way to increase your speed, maybe having that pre-fill is kind of fun in the beginning. You're going to be able to get somebody, you're listening to them and they're calling CQ, CWT, blah, blah, blah. Let's throw in somebody like let's do WE8L. I know he's in there. So there's Jason. You're like, okay, WE8L, and you call him and he comes back. This is a good way for you to like, all right, let's double check when he comes back with JASON and then 3218. We can use this as an opportunity to check what he's sending. And that might be good for you. That'll give you some confidence. That'll allow you to operate at a higher rate of speed. And now you're like just checking information as opposed to trying to copy things cold, which there is a difference. If you know what's coming at you in CW, It's easier than if you don't know what's coming at you. So this might be a good way for you to do CWT, and the majority of the people that are doing CWT are doing it this way. What they're also doing is, if you have N1MM hooked up to your packet cluster, which I think I have a video out there on how to do that too, when you look at the band scope on the left hand side here, you can see that all of the people that are operating that are spotted on the packet cluster show up in my band scope, which is really cool. So I'm like, hey, there's K6RB. I'm going to click on him. It's going to QSY immediately right there. I'm going to hear, oh, K6RB, CWT, QRZ, boom. All I got to do is click on that. That's Rob. He's actually number 3 for CWT, one of the founders of CW Ops. And I'm able to throw my call sign out there when I hit F4. Boom, there's my call sign. He comes back, K9KJ, ROB 3, thank you, and then I'll send my information. And you can just do this, go right up and down the road here. So you got K3MM, here's another prolific CW Ops operator. There's Ty, he's number 114. All of this stuff pre-fills. I'm able to QSY, boom, let's go see if we can hear W8FJ. Got that person too, boom. Hit F4, throw my call sign in there, let it rock. Hey, there's N7US, Jim, number 486. So you can just go up and down the band scope on the left-hand side because you've got the packet cluster connected to N1MM. And because you did the call history file, you're able to pull in the person's name and their CW ops number, or their, let's see here, let's go to F5IN. His exchange is just F. He's not a CW ops member, maybe not yet. And he just sends F as in France, so you know what country he's in. And there are a number of people like that. I think, was it, no, I'm trying to think of some other folks that, you know, their exchange isn't the CW ops number. It is either their DX country code or their state. And sometimes, you know, I'll do my state, you know, it all depends, but I have put in K9KJ, I go by TJ obviously, and then I'm 3228. But you know, so if you have done a CW ops before, your information can and will be loaded into the next call history file. So that's kind of how that works, and that's how people are able to like go gangster and really fast. Now, I was watching a YouTube of a friend of mine, Whiskey Papa 4 Tango Zulu, right? WP4TZ, and he was doing what a lot of people should be doing, which is maybe even doing this on paper. You know, let's take the opportunity to increase our speed by trying to force ourselves to listen to what is being sent. Maybe write it down on a piece of paper, write down the exchange. All of that concerted effort and study does nothing but help you. So you're going to be able to maybe only make 10 contacts, maybe only make 20 contacts, maybe only make 3 contacts. But that concerted effort and study to try to pick out those letters, because they are smoking, they're going super fast, it's going to help you. So I've said this in other videos, make the CWT what you want it to be. Do you want this to be a learning experience? Do you just want to get raw numbers? Do you want to try to get, you know, 60 contacts, which is like 1 a minute? It's kind of hard to do. You want to get 100 contacts? That's even harder to do. Do you want to get 20 contacts? That's something. Do you want to use CWT to improve your number comprehension? This is a great way to do it. You know, you can you know, practice writing down everyone's CWT or CW ops number, right? Mine's 3228. So you can use this as a tool, and that's really what this is for. This isn't like, you know, nobody gets an award for like winning this or anything like that. You might get some props and some recognition that maybe you've reached a certain goal or whatever. But all of these goals are really your goals, and there's no plaque, there's no award. So jumping in here and making it what you want is the goal, and this is the key. So jump in, have some fun, load up N1MM. Like I said, if you go to File, put in a new log, and go to the associated files and drop your new CW apps call history file in there. That'll give you a leg up and give you the ability to look at doing exchanges faster. So most people do this. Very few people do pen and paper. Very few people do it without the call history file. I've done CW apps mobile before, and guess what? When I'm driving, I'm not putting anything in. I'm just scanning around looking for people, handing out QSOs. Why? Because it's fun. Do I keep track? No, I really don't. I used to record the session with like a little audio recorder, and what I would do is when I would get home, I would replay it back and type everybody's call sign in, so then I would upload it to my log. Now, I don't even really care. I just like to give out QSOs and have fun, especially when I stump everybody when I do a K9KJ/M. So, all right, so I hope that helps clear up some of the mystique behind CWT, and I don't want anyone to get discouraged when they're doing CWT, because everyone's flying along at 1,000,000 miles a minute, and somehow amazingly able to copy the person's name and their CW apps number. It's like, whoa, man, I mean, personally, I can't even type that good. My limitation is the typing. So it's hard. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. And I'll be the first one. I've done many CWTs. I'll be the first one to say it's a brain burner. It's fun. It's exciting. But make it what you want. Sometimes I'll just do it just to do the numbers and get numbers solid in my head. When I got back into amateur radio, I don't know, about like maybe 10 years ago or so, I wanted to get my CW speed back up. It used to be really fantastic in the 90s, and then life got in the way, and I didn't do Morse code for many years, and then I get back into it. I had some weird crap happening to me where I would confuse the number 8 and the number 7, and all kinds of weird stuff, like the letter L and the letter F were like transposed in my head for some reason. So using CWT and this whole CW apps fun thing is one thing that's really helped me to try to lock back into maybe almost where I used to be years ago. So either way, it's fun. Have a blast. Make it however you want. CW on, my friends. Keep on keeping on.